What is going on, everybody? You're watching Michigan Farmer 421. I'm Clyde, and today we're going to be working on the Cummins swap, part 3. Okay, so for today's agenda, it's kind of late at night. We have some things I gotta fix. So this is the linkage between the injector pump and the Frontal cable thing here. Right here, it goes right here. Well, one of the end pieces cracked off, as you can see here. And I went to CarQuest to order new ones, and they didn't have them. So that's not going to be good. So we're going to fab up some custom brackets and bolts. I think this is stainless steel, I'm not sure. By using some of this stuff, maybe this. So let's get started. Okay, I got the one bracket done here. It's kind of hot, but that's something I'm going to try to make with the next one. So it's going to be kind of different than this, but I'm thinking something like this. And then it'll probably be upside down. We'll see. Alright, I got the Frontal linkage assembly done. I got some angle iron and some more angle iron. Yeah, it looks kind of shifty, but it's sturdy, and it works actually pretty well. And then, then we'll attach our Frontal cable here. I don't know about this cruise one. It's a little longer than it should be, so we'll see. I had to shove this one back in the cab more due to the 6.0 liter pedal. So, alright, next I'm going to work on the bottom plate for the bottom diaphragm. That part's going to take a while because I'm going to have to do a lot of custom fabbing, so we'll see how long it goes. Okay, it is 8:51 p.m. I'm calling it quits for the night. This video will probably continue on tomorrow or the next day, but tonight I got done the Frontal linkage assembly, and this cable's not going to work, I don't think. We're going to have to figure that solution out. I might have to shorten it and then do some type of bolt setup. I don't know. They'll probably this whole bracket's going to be custom to run this dang injector pump. And if I would have known I had to shorten it, I would have just mounted it up here. But we'll see. And then we also got, let me go get my light here. Okay. We also got this plate on the bottom. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, we got that plate on. Put some gasket maker around there. Hopefully that'll solve the that whole problem there. I took the cylinder out, which is right here. That went up and down to pump that thing. So there shouldn't be any hitting against that plate. It should just have a little bit of oil contamination if it fills up there. It might not at all, but that's the best I could do, and hopefully it doesn't leak. If it does, we'll probably put more gasket maker on there, or we'll create a different custom plate. But yeah, so I'm gonna call it a night here, and if you ain't filthy, you ain't rich. So we're gonna fast forward to tomorrow and continue on from there. Oh, one thing. I also got the belt. The belt size for this setup, it goes down, around, under, over, back, up, and then over. It is, I had to use a 5-rib belt, not an 8-rib because they have the Ford alternator, but it is that number if you can see it there. Gates, which is a CarQuest belt. But yeah, so we'll see you tomorrow. So it is the next day after I worked on the truck in the last clip. It's actually been a few days. I've been a little busy. But my heater decided quit again. It's been no surprise for this thing to quit. Actually, fun fact, this is pulsation hose from the parlor. This was my grandpa's heater, and he was done, and he's like, it don't work, have it. I have it, I fixed it, I'm fixing it again. It works, you know. It's cobbled together. I don't think the thermostat works, but, you know, as long as it gets the job done. So, I gotta put this all back together and see if this thing runs. And then we'll continue on the truck. Here we go. Alright, I think I got it set up to where we should be able to have a big burn. So, let's see. Plug her in here. Hey! Oh, look at that fierce flame. Ooh. Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't have my flashlight in front of there. Oh, that's like 2 inches. Oh, my God. Oh, yeah. All right. And then, oh, it's not going to smoke this time? Oh, it is smoking a little. All right, I'm going to seal this back up, put it back on the ground, and get back to work. There we go. Get a little toasty in here now. Now, I'll just bring this up while I'm doing it. If you have a salamander that isn't running, you know, those things are really expensive. They're like $200, $300. Check the small things first. Open it up and see if there's like a good fuel. You know, disconnect the hoses. Maybe take some like air to it, like this here, and blow out those lines, and then check to make sure they're on there securely. That way they have good air pressure, because those use air pressure, kind of like it's kind of got its own compressor on the back to push the fuel for the burner. And if not, take that apart and take that burner thing out and clean that up if it has a lot of soot on it. That's a big issue, because then there's the spark doesn't have any like spark in it. So if you clean those off, it should burn. This heater I prepared 2 or 3 times, and the reason it's in my hands is because it was broken, no one fixed it. But yeah, so that's how you make old heaters burn forever. All you need is air, fuel, and spark. Well, I guess that's for gas. But anyway, yeah, here we go. Okay, so today I'm going to try to move the transmission cross member back. So I'm going to get that realigned. That way I can start mounting stuff to the motor. Well, under here, I tried to do a plate, but the transmissions, you see, I don't know if you can, where's the light at here? There we go. These bolts are offset of those. Yeah, you can kind of see it down there in the bottom left. It's kind of offset. So I gotta take this off, move it back some, strap it over, and mount it together. So, yeah. This is gonna be fun. Alright, I got the cross member out from underneath the truck. It's got a lot of rust prevention on it, so I'm gonna clean that up. And then we'll see where it'll need to be realigned. Okay, I got that transmission cross member cleaned off. I got it back underneath there. I'm not gonna really be able to do much filming since it is in an awkward position and I'm on my back 80% of the time, and I can't hold a drill in at the same time. But it is gonna get under there. I have it bolted to the trans, and now I'm drilling the new frame holes, which are very hard to do, but it's got to be done. So, yep. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it or not, but I got this transmission cross member in place, and the transmission is straight now. It's not off-sided. One place that does not have a bolt from the original is right here. There would have been no way I could get a drill up in here to drill a new hole. So now the cross member is in place, and I'm going to now clean up my tools since I have to work this afternoon, and then I might hook up some other stuff. We shall see. Oh, I hate messes. Don't you just wish you could make them just snap away? Well, ta-da! I'm working on this side now too. Organizing all these bolts. These were the old trans bolts. This is all the front end clip. Bunch of miscellaneous stuff. All of these were off the Cummins. But yeah, I'm keeping every single bolt I take off in case I can use it somewhere else. Just for safe reasons. I'm not pitching any bolts or anything right now until we get it all put back together. So yeah. Alright, I got the shop cleaned up. And all the tools out from underneath the truck, and I'm going to be done for the day. This is probably going to be a free day video. I do have limited time. Words are not hard, Clyde. And I can only get so much done in a day. So today I got a big thing done. I got the transmission cross member bolted in place properly to where I could start putting stuff together to start up the motor. Now, there is one thing. This motor has not been started up in 2 years. So, how's it going to go? I won't know until we try. But all I'm going to need to do is hook up fuel, power. I don't know if I'm going to put transmission fluid in the trans yet. We'll have to see. But startup probably won't be till part 4. So, yes. So, see you tomorrow. Alright, it is day 3 of this Cummins part 3 video. I did have to spread it out over 3 days, but big deal about that. I explained it in the other 2 parts, and today is day 3. So today I'm going to attempt to hook up almost everything onto the Cummins. First thing I'm going to do is get my transmission lines done. That is one thing I've been procrastinating about, and I needed to get those done. So here we're just going to basically cut these lines up. So like make this one, probably cut it like right here. And then this one, probably gonna cut like maybe around here. The reason I'm doing that is because the hose I got is gonna replace that part. That way we can flex around the engine mounts and not have to like make vents and thin crevices and make it not have great flow. So we're gonna keep the part that goes into the trans, and then we're gonna route the rest with hose. I know hose is more prone to blow, but these lines are getting a little rusty too, so there is that fact as well. So I'm gonna get out the angle grinder, trim these up, and then we'll go from there. Here we go. Shortened and wipe down a little bit to kind of get that shine back into them. So now I'm gonna go install them under the truck. Alright, I got this line on and this line on, and they both end right where I kind of want them to. Because up in there, it's gonna kind of get flexible, so I kind of want them to go up in a steep upgrade. And the original lines weren't going to be able to do that. But I did flange these, so they will have a harder time slipping off if they decide to. But I'll check them regularly after we get this truck going, and then make sure they're nice and snug. So I will have to put my bottom cover back on, so this is protected. But right now I'm going to wait until we get it running. That way I can see if oil's coming out or anything. So I still need to fill the trans up with transmission fluid, but we're gonna wait on that until we're about ready to start, and then I'll probably have to make a loop line here because I don't have the front transmission cooler on yet. So yeah. All right, next I am going to hook up my heater. I get heater hoses to right. Man, that light's messing with my camera. To right here. That way we can have heat in the cab, and we're gonna mount her down with some standard hose clamps. This is probably one of the easier parts of the swap because I love these steel lines, and it's just easy to connect, and they're awesome. So yeah. clips. Cut this one to the right size. There we go. All right. We now have the fuel lines connected back here. That's the dipstick. This is the in, and then the return is, I don't know. Wait, hold on, back here. The return is right there. My finger's so dirty it matches with the thing. Then we also got our power steering lines hooked up. Got the out and the in. Still pretty firm. Gotta hook up brakes yet. And then basically put the front clip on so I can put the batteries in. And then I gotta do starter wire. So, yep. Moving right along. Okay, what else I got done on this truck is I got the power steering lines hooked up. And I got the starter wire done. I gotta put the other battery cable in. But I did get the front clip on. But that's going to wrap up the part 3 of the Cummins swap. Stay tuned for part 4, and we are going to start this truck up in session 4. So like and subscribe if you're new here, and thanks for watching.